Let's have a look at the grid, because maybe you won't quite understand all of the blurb until you see the grid. So I've lost it. He's lost it. He's lost it. We know he's lost it, but can he find it? Yes, he can. There we go. So here's what the grid looks like. Ooh. So it's a hexagon grid. Now in the actual publication, in the PDF that I have, it's more like... See, I'm going to use all the Ps for this, all of the 1080Ps. Of course, you're not focusing, so it doesn't actually... There we go. They're actually circled around the numbers, but I'm assuming that what I've done is an equivalent. So there we go. Each of the 37 numbered clues should be entered around its corresponding number. So the clue for 2 will go around 2. But the starting location and the direction is to be determined. So could start anywhere, and it could go clockwise, and it could go anti-clockwise. However, 5 of these answers have been modified by our alien invaders before they can be entered into the grid. The 3 shaded rings should be entered by its corresponding set of answers. So I have a set of clues for the outer loop, middle loop, and inner loop. They're to be entered consecutively going clockwise, but from a starting location to be determined. However, 11 spaces, always between words, are skipped over, and reading these letters in clue order around the outer loop, then the middle loop, and then finally the inner loop, will tell you how the 5 answers need to be modified, as well as giving a description of what the aliens left behind in the shape of the grid. Good luck, us. Allow me to first go to all the clues. When I get stuck, it'll be over to you. So there's your inner loop clues, middle loop clues, outer loop clues. I think we just have to bish bash bosh go for it. Cold solving. All of these are going to be 6 letter. No, Meredith, no, not a single person did. We're going to start with these, and they're all 6 letters long. So good luck, everyone. Mythological man who hunted bears at speech. Mythological man who hunted bears at speech. Okay. Is it going to be... So it's probably going to be someone from mythology. Something like Icarus or something like that. Who hunted bears at speech. Who a hunter? A bearer? What do you call someone who hunts bears? Or is it a mythological man who hunted bears? But then what's at speech doing? It's not going very well with clue number 1. You've probably got it, but I'm going to move on. Good evening, the Bear Pig. Hope you're doing all right. Shock of rock band in the middle of Scottish Hill. Okay. Is that going to be a tour for a Scottish Hill? Or is it going to be a bray? B-R-A-E. Is that a hill in Scottish? I think it is. Rock band in the middle of Scottish Hill. Is that a bray? Waterfall. Dan approved. Shock of rock band in the middle of Scottish Hill. If that's a bray, if it's a Scottish Hill, which is a bray. No, it's a Ben. Scottish Hill, like Ben Nevis. So rock band, a 3-letter rock band, or maybe AC/DC, or a 4-letter one, because there might be a shenanigan in Ben. So a shock. Could be a shock of rock. Not doing well. Wildly impure judge. This has got to be... Yes, happy with 3. I'm very happy with 3. More straightforward. Wildly impure judge. Waterfall's got 2. I've moved on. Let's have a look at number 3. Go for 3 if you've got it. Wildly impure judge. It's an anagram of impure, and it is a word meaning judge. Begins with U. Umpire. Absolutely. And we don't know exactly how it goes in the grid, irritatingly. Less lively forest animals taking notice. Yes, I'm happy with that. Less lively forest animals taking notice. Now, I'm going to suggest what that forest animal is, because it's a word that is the same singular and plural. Bambi is my top tip there. It is Mental Playground MP, yes. Go for 4. So deer is your Bambi, which are your forest animals. A notice is an advert or a bill or something like that. So an ad, put ad in deer. For deader. Now, that limits what this letter can be to an E, or an R. And of course, we still don't know which way round each of these clues is going. So, all in all, not great. Most overworked, then take it easy. Yes, I'm happy with this one. Most overworked. Oh, you've overproved the bread. It's overworked. Just wanted to say that one word in a Scouse accent. Most overworked, then take it easy. I'm happy with 5. Meredith, what do you think it is? I've definitely got this, so what do you think it is? Also, I hope... It is sorest. So, then is so. Then, so. Take it easy as rest. Sorest. Most overworked. That goes there. And we don't know much about anything, because we don't know 1. We don't know 6. Yeah, like your muscles. If you've overworked your muscles, they're sore. So... It's not a... Yeah. Cruise in the sound, yes. And then 6 underscores. Cruise in the sound, yes. Is it seamen? Because they sound like cruise, C-R-E-W-S. Don't know why I said W was 2 letters there. Yes, seamen. Accrington Stanley. No, it doesn't do anything for me. Sorry. And it sounds like... And so... I'm assuming it's that. So, what can it be? S and E. Lots of... oh! There's an advert that's about... Is it? Okay. Yeah, I am far too young. Decades too young. This was published in 2015. Which is not that long ago. Oh, don't say it. It's almost a decade. Don't say it. Tours all over the place with diamonds in coarse woolen garment. Tours all over the place in coarse woolen garment. And of course, this is 7 around. So what is 7 around? Well, if this is 7 up, then this is 7 around. See, you weren't expecting that. I was not expecting that until 30 seconds ago. This feels like an anagram of tools with the letter D. Effrontery saw it! Tools with an anagram of D. But I don't know. Is there a coarse woolen garment called a stewdor or a row stud? Absolutely haven't heard of it, Stephen. So it doesn't mean a thing to me. It's got to have one of the letters from seamen in it. You have to be very careful to say. Anagram of tools with D. Anyone got 7? Anyone got 7 around? If not, I'll move on. But okay. 8. Jade green covering thermometer marking. Yes, happy with this one. Okay, I'll come back to 7 in a... No, I'll come back to this one in a second because it's my favourite clue and I want to do the can again, which I will do in a second. But I've got 8 because it's my favourite. So I'll fill in 8 whilst you give me a hint for 7. Ding! Jade green is literally covering a thermometer marking, which is a degree. Hint, please, for 7. Excellent work there, Meredith. 7 is character actor Don... Oh, Don Manley? Is that is that a singer, Don Manley? Am I thinking of Don Hanley from like the Eagles or something like that? First letter, please, for tools all over the place with diamonds in coarse woolen garment. First letter, please. So because I'm broadcasting with slightly different settings, I'm really hoping that I don't get much of a lag. Okay. Is it a stewdor? S-T-U-D-O-R. Second letter, please. Ah, well, Stephen's wrong. An S Tudor. Okay, second letter is... Is it a stew rod? No, a stoward. No. Stroud. Stroud looks like a proper word. Is it a stroud? I'm going to look that up in the dictionary because that feels right. Never alone with a stroud. A stroud is a blanket originally made for trading with Native Americans. There we go. And it is a coarse wool as well, and garments made of that. There we go. Can we put any of these in yet? So if this is 7, it'd be great if we put 7 in first. The only thing that it matches with 8 is the D and the R. But if it was the D here, it would force the R here, and there's no R in seamen, so it can't be that. So I think it must be the only S between 6 and 7. Okay, so therefore that's an S, and that will be an O. Don't think it's seamen. Ooh, okay. Well, we don't know the direction, of course, Charlie, but we can at least... Oh, Stroud doesn't. S-T-R-O or S-T-R-O. That puts an O there. And degree, but there might be a shenanigan. And degree, what if we're replacing degree with its symbol of the number O in that one? Is that what the shenanigan is going to be? I'm going to call that. I'm going to say that I think a shenanigan is happening there. Ah, fun. Well, I'm going to ignore 6 then and move on to 9. Tedious stuff, replacing E with D to get guitar book diagrams. I thought those were tabs. But it's got to have a D in it. So tedious stuff is that like boredom, boring stuff. Well, it sounds like seamen, and those are crews, C-R-E-W-S. Admittedly, the word yes isn't doing anything there, but first letter, please, for 9. Tedious stuff, and then we take the E out and put a D in instead, and we get guitar book diagrams. I thought those were tabs. Are they? There's got to be a D in there. Starts with C. Chores. Chores. Thank you very much. Chores, tedious stuff, becomes chords when you replace the E with a D. Now there is an O in that. There is an O in that. So... do we have 4? We have deader. So, this is an S. CH won't work. CHO... I think I might have done it. I might have done... It happens once in a year. Chords. Deader. But that has to become an O. Once in a year, he thinks he's done it, and he hasn't. Yeah, no, I want all these to be O's. Got any O's? Well, that was a nice thought for a second there. 10. Hacks about small thickets. If you hack, you cope. Is that copses? A thicket is a copse. So I wanted it to be copses, and hacks would be copes. Can you hack it? Can you cope with? Should be hacks. Should be copes with, really. But I think I'm happy with that. Do we like copses? I'm going to go with that. 11. Fill in the French place of worship. Well, the French is LE, but if it's the French of place worship, I was immediately thinking like église, which is church or something like that. Oh, hello. Let's move you. Fill in. Feels like a definition. The French would be LE, and then a place of worship. 4-letter places of worship. Chur. Fill in. Can you fill me in? Could be la, of course, or le, L-E-S as well. If you fill in for someone, you replace them like temporarily, but I feel like it's going to be filling in like you shade something in or you fill a hole in. First letter... Oh. I wasn't paying attention to what I said. I can't remember any 6-letter words in anything I just said. Le, la, or le. So la. 4-letter. What if it's fill in the French and we just get a place of worship? First letter, please. I've been toying with an idea, which is always a dangerous thing. A T. So temple. Oh! You temp. If you fill in for someone, you temp for them, don't you? And then the is the French, and a place of worship is a temple. Quite simple. Quite straightforward. I'm a muppet. 12. No, the idea that I've been toying with, I can't afford it unless you all donate heavily to me right now, in the next minute, is to get a prompter, a teleprompt, and put it in front of the camera and have the chat here, so that when I'm reading the chat, it's actually looking at the camera. You'll see my eyes doing that a little bit, but essentially I'll be looking at you. I just want to freak you out. Oh, hello. At the moment, I have to look over there for the chat. But would that be a good thing? Would that be a bad thing? I've got my eye on one, but it's a couple £100, and I do have a couple £100. I may have some very expensive things coming up soon. So yell at Savage within the last couple of days. Yell at Savage within the last couple of days. I could indeed, but where's the fun in that, Stephen? The cruise one just got. Okay. You want to go cruising, Coolio? There it is, number 6 there. Sounds creepy. Does anyone else do that? Probably not, because it is creepy, which is why I want to do it. See, but I'm looking at you now. I think it would be fine. Anyway, yell at Savage within the last couple of days. The last couple of days of YNS. Oh no, it's the other way around. Got 12. Go for 12. Archer's got it. You see, I could just look at you now and go, okay, Arch, what do you think it is? Go for it. Savage is an anagram indicator here. I tell you what, I am very chirpy given how little sleep I've had in the past 2 or 3 days. It's an anagram of yell at lately. Wasn't that a hit for Rachel Stevens? I think it was. Within the last couple of days, lately. Wretchedly agrees to bribe. That feels like an anagram of agrees. Grease. If you grease someone's palm, you bribe their palm, as it were. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, Charlie, but I don't mind it. But I want to look at you. That's what I want to do. Anyway, hustler, e.g., snagged grub. Hustler, say. Snagged grub. E.g. is probably say, if it's part of the wordplay. Otherwise, hustler, e.g. is sort of the definition. Maybe con man would be like hustler, e.g. That'd be con man. Snagged grub. The answer to am I wearing trousers, for those of you who are interested, is no. It was an answer beginning with N. No was the answer. I am not wearing trousers. I will confirm it. It is too hot to be wearing trousers today. Stand up. No, Meredith, you stand up. Not going to prove it, but I will confirm. I'm not wearing socks either. Hustler, e.g. snagged grub. Grub could be a lava. Is it a hidden in there, therefore? Is it like... I don't think it is. I'd say with grub. Grub could be eat. Egg. Don't know. I'm going to come back to 14. I have not agreed to that. Hands. I mean, I might do it anyway, but no. If you can guess the colour of my shorts, I'll be impressed. 1 of 2 recitals focus in old number. 1 of 2 recitals focus in old number. Got that. Okay, I'm happy with 15. Shocking pink says, well, I mean, we should do a poll. We should absolutely do a poll, but I'm too hot and I can't be bothered. The fact that I'm hot is neither here nor there when it comes to me being bothered, actually. Go for 15. So it's an old number, but I should say number. It's an old thing that numbs. It's an old anaesthetic, and we're going to put the focus of recital into it, which is I, because it's the middle letter. So an old number is ether. Put I in that, you get either, and that, you know, one of two options, either. I have still got. It's by my side permanently. I can't go anywhere without it. I always have it. So one of the expensive things that might be coming up is I'm going to look at a flat on Monday, just to rent, not buying. Goodness no. But yeah, I might be moving in a month or two then. I've got 16. Father's ripest bananas. I have that, so go for 16 if you've got that. But, you know, just have to pay for a deposit. I may have to get some furniture. It's just going to be horrendously expensive. Will Mr. Blobby survive the move? Who knows? Charlie, I might take bits of it with me. Not going to take it all. Just maybe a couple of its legs and its tongue. Go, 16, have you been... Yes, it is priest. It is, stripe is the other anagram, yeah. Anagram of ripest bananas is an anagram indicator, and a father is a priest. Can alternatives for certain heads. Can alternatives for certain heads. Well, this is a can. So if this clue was 17... I don't know how it works. So a tin. Tins. Certain heads. Baldies. Certain heads. Egg heads. Can could, of course, be like a head, a lavatory, a loo. And if you head, you lead, don't you? Like you head a committee. Chairs? Is it chairs? Can alternatives. Why would a can be a chair? No. Okay. First letter then, please, Meredith, for this one. That wasn't a terrible guess. Like, I'm trying to find an alternative for can. And a head might be a chair of a committee or something like that. M. Next. Can. It could also be able. You know, you can do something. You are able. If you can also, you axe. That was canned, that was axed. Alternatives. Next. Hey there, Liari. Good evening. May. You can. Can you? May I go to the loo? I don't know. Can you? That joke always annoyed me. Okay. I still don't know how that helps. So can is May. Can goes to May. Alternatives for certain? Sure. May. Heads. Mayors. Okay. Mayors. So can becomes may. Alternatives for certain is ors. O-R. If you're not certain of something, it's or. Or, I'm assuming. It's not an anagram of for, and it's plural, because it's alternatives. And then heads are mayors. Oh, right, alternatives are ors. There we go. Liari, do you have any suggestions for which independent we should do this week? I like asking this. It always, unfortunately, means that we'll be doing one that you've done, if you have a particular recommendation. But if you don't, then we'll try and do one that you haven't, or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, let me know if there's one that was really good. Otherwise, I plan on doing last Tuesday's. Mob boss flipped over end of secrecy after supposition to become less transparent. So that's going. So the definition must be to become less transparent, I think. So to sort of thicken in terms of colour, to darken maybe. Mob boss feels like M, but flipped could be W, because it could be mob boss and then literally flipped over end flipped of end of secrecy, which would be Y. No, Don. No, okay. Mob boss is a Don. Flipped, that's nod. I am not surprised, Stephen. I already hate him. So we got Don flip to become Nod. The end of secrecy is Y. Or after supposition, then to become... That's not worked, but I think that's roughly what's going on. What's supposition? Okay, well, in that case, Liari, I'll do Tuesday's Knut. Well, it depends. If it was flipped over the end of secrecy, then Y would be in the middle. But something Nadi and supposition or Nadi, I don't know. I'm going to come back to that one. Yours truly is male and plump, losing bit of hubris when viewed from the rear. How dare you? Yours truly, me, is male and plump, losing bit of hubris. So H. So we're going to take H, or bit of hubris when viewed from the rear, which might be S. Male, M. Plump, fat, large, pudgy. Squidgy. Probably we might be... probably we might be. Well done, Dan. We definitely might be doing... when viewed from the rear, might be an anagram indicator. Probably might, Dan. An ogre's squashed fruits. Yeah, happy with 20. Go for 20. If you can type it in the chat before I finish, you will get a bonus biscuit with no calories in. Half a biscuit for Meredith because it's just orange. Because orange is, of course, 7. Now, technically, her interpretation is correct as well. If you thought it was a 7-letter answer, so you don't think it's orange? An ogre's all squashed. You think it's oranges? No, it's orange. It is orange. Oh, you think it's oranges? You. Do you know that could be one of the funky ones? Oh, it is. Oh, I hate you all. Okay, right. So, fruits plural, innit? Yeah. Oh, wow. I'm so sorry, Meredith. I will. The next time I'll have a biscuit, I will double the calories and also not eat the biscuit. It's only fair. That's right. That's oranges. Yeah, it should have been fruit to disguise the plural. Yeah, absolutely, Stephen. Sorry, I'm just honest. Comic Ronald holds letter from Athens. Yeah, Omicron, that's a 7 as well. What is going on here, my friends? Those are not 6-letter answers. This is a hidden. So that's my favourite. Ding! So it's hidden in Comic Ronald holds letter from Athens. It's an Omicron. Go away and fix the tournament schedule for the audience. Okay. Fix the tournament. Rig. Now, it could be schedule for the audience. So like roster, timetable, or table. Last week did not start off well, Liari. I brought it back. I think I ended up on +1. I definitely ended up positive. Still plenty of time for me to go negative today, of course. Go away. Shoe. And fix the tournament. Rig. Shoe rig. Go away. Shoe. Scram. Git. Git rig. Fix the tournament. It's just all I can think of is rig. And it can't be rig, because rig at the end of a word. Right, moving on. I have uploaded so much data with this current thing. I don't think I'm doing this again, because it's only a spreadsheet. And I've uploaded 2 gig. Probably be kicked off by Virgin Mobile or Virgin Internet or whatever it is. Note cold Texas teas kick. Note cold Texas teas kick. Now, there's a lot going on here. This is going to be a charade full of lots of little things. So note could be do, re, mi, fa, so, or it could be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Cold is probably C. Texas, is that TX? Unless there's a Texas teas thing. Because I don't like CTX all in one go. And then kick. Oil is Texas tea. Okay, in that case, I know it. Thanks. I did need that hint. Thanks, Meredith. Go for 23 then. No, I haven't, Stephen. So Stephen had an auto-modded thing. Never seen the Beverly Hillbillies. I'm not going to allow that word, just in case it gets misused in the future. But you weren't using it in that context. No, I haven't. But so, note must be re. C is cold. Texan tea is oil. And a kick. It's got a bit of a kick. Recoil. Young dad's brothers after 2 rings. Young dad's brothers after 2 rings. Dad's brothers are uncles. After 2 rings. So that could be OO, or it could be O and call, maybe, as in call and ring. Brothers. Bees? BBs? Young dad. I completely agree, Liari. Obvious, yeah. Uncles. Of course, it could be a 7-letter thing. The 2 7-letter answers so far do begin with O, which may or may not be thing, because ranges is a word and micron is a word, and if you arrange them in the shape of an O, you would have O ranges. I should be wearing my O Rangers shirt now. And then O micron being a word. Okay, fanned spray, reportedly fanned. Hillbillies, Meredith. Apparently that's auto-modded. Is it mist? M-I-S-S-E-D? Because a spray, M-I-S-T. Okay, why is it mist? M-I-S-S-E-D. If you fan something, you miss it. Why do you... I don't get it. Oh, baseball term. Okay, fine. I'll move on. Like natural hair resurrected for the audience. Like natural hair. Resurrected, so reanimated, brought to life. It's going to sound like a word meaning resurrected, and it'll mean like natural hair. First letter, please, of the answer, Stephen. You. Unruly. Like natural hair might be unruly, unmade, unkept, unkempt. Second letter, please, which is almost certainly N. Resurrected, up, undead, undied, undeed, undied, undead. Is it that? I mean, it must be undied, right? Or undead. No, undied. That's what it would be. It could be U-N-D-I-E-D. Yeah. I feel like it's going to be the Y, though. Go put back script. Go put back script. Put back, return, script, writing, text. not going to come back to that one as well. I know Stephen's got it, but I'm running away. Withdraw spike from behind between sides of rail. Okay, the sides of rail are R and L, and we're going to put spike from behind, and we're going to put it in R and L, and we're going to get withdraw. Don't tell me it's recoil. Is it recoil again? Because if you withdraw, you recoil in horror. Spike from behind between sides of rail. Don't think it is recoil, but it's very close to it. Spike. All I'm thinking of is Spike Lee at the moment. But that would have a capital S, I guess. So a spike would be a point. It would be you know, I never watched Angel or Buffy, despite being in the exact right demographic and time frame. Never saw it. First letter, please. First two letter, please. What's a four-letter spike that we can put backwards? Oh, if you spike, you might do that, mightn't you? So what's that? That's to jump. Next letter, please. There's a lot of things that haven't aged well. Hello. Oh, don't... Is it recoil? Spike, something, something, R-E, C-E. Pierce. Could be 5 letters, of course. Next letter. She's asking a lot. Lace. Recall. Withdraws not. Oh, if you withdraw from circulation. Why is spike? Oh, spike a drink. Yes. Lace a drink with something. Yes, that's good. So it's lace backwards in the sides of rail, R and L, and you get recall. If you withdraw a product, you recall it. The German-French salt and oil choice. Diesel. The German, die. French salt, sel, which I thought was sal, I will admit. And it must be a type of oil, diesel. I wouldn't have said it was a type of oil. I said it was a type of oil refinery. But, yeah, anyway. Sweetened the pot and simmered. Getting rid of a bit of broth. Sweetened the pot and simmered. Getting rid of a bit of broth. A bit of broth will be the letter B. So I need a 7 or possibly 8 letter word for simmered. Yeah. No? I've got an idea, but I don't think it is. I'm thinking if you simmered something, you broiled it. And if you take out a bit of broth, that's B, you get roiled. But if you sweeten the pot, you don't roil something, do you? Is it roiled? No. I also spelt it wrong there anyway. First letter, please. Sweeten the pot. Antied. I hate cooking, Arch. People who know me will know that I don't eat particularly well. Oh, sorry, healthily. Because I do not like cooking. Simmering is not... what is it? Simmering? Bubbling. So is it ubbling? Sweeten the pot. R is the first letter. Second letter, please. I say this. R was the second letter. I meant R was the first letter. Braised. So raised. Why is sweetening... Oh. Different poker term. So it isn't antied. It's more than called. It's raised. There we go. So braised, which is simmered, minus B for a bit of broth. Customer grabbing 51 cents. Customer grabbing 51 cents. Now that is a very short clue for a 6-letter word. 51 will be L-I. Grabbing. Grabbing. I'm just going to check that I've written the clue down right. I have written down right. Is that a sense? Yes, it is a sense. Does it make sense? No. Is it a hidden? It's just over half. It's 2/4 and a cent. Now, given that that could be cent, is it licensed? What's grabbing doing? Because it'd be a licensee, wouldn't it? Sort of a customer. It's something to do with this, though, isn't it? No, first letter, please. It's going to be L. The first letter will be L. Prove me right. Oh. Client. Okay, that's annoying. That's quite annoying. So, there's a hidden comma. Some editors do not like this. I am okay with them. I don't mind them. I'm quite liberal in terms of my cryptic crosswords, but sometimes I have a stick up my behind, but this is fine. Grabbing 51, comma, cent. So the cent is doing the grabbing. It's the same as man eating chicken. Is that the man eating the chicken, or is that a chicken eating the man? Because a man eating chicken is just a man eating chicken, but a man eating chicken is a chicken that eats a man. So it can go either way around. I'm quite happy with that sort of thing. Apprehend Alaskan, clutching head of Texan. Apprehend Alaskan, that's going to be an Inuit. Put a T in it, you get Intuit. And I only know that word, or it's only in my mind at the moment, because I did a lot of that word in one of the recent New York Times spelling bees. One of the ones this week had a lot of the word. I just kept putting Intuit in. And that means to apprehend. Starts to talk, a loudmouth, unholy disparages Jewish scriptures. I am going to go straight for that. It's the first letters of talk. A loudmouth, unholily disparages. Talmud, Jewish scriptures, Talmud. Oscar drops salt in a sweet potato. Oscar drops salt in a sweet potato. Sweet potato is a yam. So you've got a yam, and I need 2 letters for salt, and I can think of ab. Or maybe is RA also a term for a soldier? Because a salt is a sea dog. But then, so a yam. We're going to put ab. Doesn't look good. Oscar could be O. Drops could be something. Salt. No, I'm going to come back to that. Alex and I start to accept reading disorder. Alex and I start to accept reading disorder. I's I start to accept his A, so it's going to end in ear, so I'm immediately thinking dyslexia. But that doesn't work. So I'm just wondering, is there alexia? Is that a reading disorder? Probably. Let's have a look. Alexia, the inability to recognise or read written words or letters, typically as a result of brain damage. Compare with dyslexia. There we go. So it is the inability through brain damage to read letters or words. So alexia. So Alex is Alex, I is I, and A is A. Well, no, start to accept his A. Last 2 clues. For this second act, 1 is in disguise. For this second act, 1 is in disguise. Costume. 2 words. For this second act is probably C. 1 is I. So C-I in disguise. For this, per each. No. Going to come back to that. And passes around hospital, case of current directors. Passes around hospital, case of current directors. So passes around feels like the definition there. Hospital is H. Case of current would be C and T. But passes around. So if you pass, you may be okay or something. So it's going to be a term for that. Term for passes around an H for hospital. And the case of current is CT. And we're going to get directors. That's no good. Anyone got 37? Bottom right of the grid. I've almost been going an hour and I haven't put a single letter. That's not true. I put 2 letters in the grid. Hours ago. Oh, you got 36. Oh, we'll go for the first one of that, Manic. First 2 letters. Let's go for it, because we'll do the loop clues in a second. Next. One is in disguise. Oh, is it an anagram for this second? At once. There we go. That's cheeky comma. Cheeky comma there was waylaying me there. Act once is in disguise. Anagram of act once. And it means for this second. Do it now. At this once. Thank you. Okay, let's do the outer loop. So in these clues, they're going to go around clockwise, but we don't know the point at which it starts. And there's also 11 spaces are skipped over always between words. Just to make things even more fun. Messed up comedian Skelton follows TV drama. May I have the name of Skelton? I'm hoping it's Red. Because ER is the TV drama. And then Red, if there's a comedian Skelton, it is Red. Good. And if you mess up, you So that's good. Got a laugh from parent returning hand-me-down. Got a laugh from parent returning hand-me-down. So it's like a keepsake. I want it to be a memento, but that's 7 because Mom is in there. I was thinking of how the Skelton does Waterfall, but it couldn't have been that because just not the right country. First letter, please. Got a laugh from humoured. A keepsake, an antique. Amused. Now, why would it be that? Ma. Okay. Ma returns and then used is your hand-me-down. If something's a hand-me-down, it's a used thing. So got a laugh from amused. Prepare to take off duty officer's diaphragm. I assume it's taxi, because you must do that at an airport. You're in the plane. To get to the runway, you need a taxi. So do we like taxiing? Do we like taxi here? Duty officer. I don't like it. Diaphragm. Is it going to be like the first and last letter? Diaphragm as middle letter indicator. So duty would be yes. Okay, so that's good. I had not lifted and separated duty officer. That's good. So duty officer, 2 different parts of the wordplay. Prepare to take off his taxi. Duty is tax. Officer's diaphragm, the middle letter I. Nice, very good. Staff's Film Festival with only 1/3 of management. Okay, 1/3 of management. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1/3 of management is 3 1/3 letters. Film festival with only 1/3 of management. Staffs feels like mans, as in, you know, staff the bar with people or something like that. To man, maybe to equip. Film festival. Was there a Mans film? No, I'm thinking of Le Mans, the racing thing. So it's not that. First letter, please, Stephen. And yeah, probably calling these by their number is the best way forward here. How's the stream, by the way? Is it stable? Am I glitching out in any way, shape or form? Because I've got a different setting on today, and I'm going to be trying a different other setting on Tuesday as well. Stream is stable. Good. Good. I did kick Virgin Media into touch, and they did find a minor problem, but the actual main problem may have been with my computer. But there was still a problem with the router, so I'm calling it a win. It doesn't affect my performance. No, that's very true. So first letter is C. Second letter, please. And I'm in 1080p for all the spreadsheety goodness. CA. I mean, Cannes, CANNES, is a film festival. But with only 1/3 of management. I don't understand that. Cannes. With only 1/3 of management. Why? Why am I taking one N out? You can see all my wrinkles in 1080p. Oh, yes. All my beard. The third of... Oh, yes, of course. Oh, that's actually quite good. Good. The third of management is N, and there's only one of it. I was entirely suckered into, oh, there's 10 letters in management. They can't have a third of 10, at least not as a whole number. Grant takes head of Southerner in case. Grant takes head of Southerner in case. I'm just going to go for that. That is lest. Let, if you grant, you let. Head of Southerner is S. Put that in. And in case of something, lest something happens. That's lest. Interest, dropping argument against lab in Geneva. Is that CERN? Because that is a lab in Geneva, isn't it? CERN. Why would it be CERN? Interest would be... I'm going to take something out of a word and we get CERN. Concern, and an argument is a con. Okay, thank you. Capital of Russia is for many, seldom seen. Capital of Russia, R, is for many, is R, so that's telling us R is, but make it plural, becomes R, and seldom seen is rare. Brainstorms about a time in March. Rains? Storm? Brainstorms. Ideates. Stomp. No, if you storm in, you march. It's storm. It's storm. And it's hidden. And I'm going to wait for confirmation that it is storm. No. Brainstorms, thinks, mind maps. I mean, the time in March is usually the Ides. Ideas. Yeah, I prefer mine. Mine was correct. Ideas. Ides, the time in March, and it's about A. So that's the outer loop. Let's have a look at the middle loop. Am I just going to go? Yeah, let's just go for it. Tossed escorts girdles. Those are corsets. Anagram of escorts there becomes corsets. Regret grabbing Oprah's magazine for womanizer. Regret grabbing Oprah's magazine for womanizer. I'm assuming... Did she have a magazine called X? No, it's got to be one letter though, her magazine, I assume. Because regret is probably Rue, and we're going to put one letter in between the U and the E, and we're going to get a womanizer, and I thought it was going to be a Rux, R-U-X-E. But it's obviously not that. A Rube? Rude. Roof. Roog. Rule, room, rune. There's too many. So I think I was thinking of the word rue, R-O-U-X, Meredith. I think that's what I was doing. But if you know this one, go for it. Let's just go for this one. It'd be called an O. Oh! Oh! Darn it. Hot wild rice takes a while longer. Hot wild rice takes a while longer. Hot will be H. Wild rice, anagram of rice, taking A. So H and then an anagram of a rice. While longer. Why can't I spot this anagram? Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it is not. Hot is H. Wild rice feels like anagram of rice. Takes A. While longer. One of you must be getting 98. M98. So I'll keep an eye on the chat and see if any of you get it whilst I have a look at 99. Preparing to serve trimmed tongue for Caesar. Preparing to serve trimmed tongue for Caesar. Okay, Latin. And it is plating, but trimmed. So if you're preparing to serve something, you're plating it up. That's only a word that's come into the UK vernacular because of MasterChef. Plate it. Trimmed, take off the first and last letter, and we get Latin, which is the tongue for Caesar. Fat kid eats last of dinner. So last of dinner is R, and we need a term for kid, like jape, jest, mock, and we're going to get a word for fat. First letter, please, for that, Manic, and anyone else who's got that first letter. Oh, it's going to be a 3. Oh, it could be curd? No. Lard. Lad. Lad is your kid. Lad's your kid. Kid's your lad. And then put the last dinner, which is R in there. And you get lard, which is a fat. Donuts. Finally, dock compounds, pastel pills. Caplets. Who, of course, went out with Montagues. Finally, dock is C. Anagram of pastel, because it's being compounded and you get pills, the caplets. Jets, for instance. Choke. Around end of season. So jets could be planes, could be like spurts of water. Choke. Around end of season. End of season is N. If you choke, you fail. First letter, please, waterfall, and everyone else who's already got it. Everyone's get it. This isn't good. Jets, for instance. Choke. Gag. Gang. Oh, it's the Jets as in the Sharks and the Jets. Nice. West Side Story, I think. Payments around end of vacation for piles of sand. Dunes. 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 There's a jet lag reference for the 6 of you that have watched Jet Lag. Excellent. I recommend Jet Lag. I really like it. Payments are your dues around the end of vacation around N for piles of sand. Dunes. Okay. Let's have a look at this inner bit, because we've only got 3 things that we need to deal with. Caplets, gang, and dunes, and we have everything. They're going to go in that order, and they go clockwise, and we can take a look at these ones here. So we've got lately, Greece. I better write these down, actually, because lately, Greece. That's 12 and 13, 18, 19, 20. We don't have 18 or 19, but we do have 20, and that's one of the funky ones, oranges. Tell you what, let's do it like that. 25, 26, let's not move that. Mist undyed. Okay. So 12 and 13 and 25 and 26 are going to be the 18 and 20. But we don't know what's going on with 20 because oranges is 7 letters. So I want to build it from the inside out just because I think it'll help a lot more. But if it doesn't work, I will go to the outside ring. It's 25, which is mist. So let's just... M can't go in here, because we've got M and I consecutively, and even if we skip over one of those 2 letters, the other one is not in caplets, gang, or dunes. So I, S, S, E, D. Okay. That could work. Dunes? No. No, because an M can't go here for 20 years. It can. No, 26 is undied. Oh, hang on. So this is either a D or an E. Let's put a D here then to start off with. So if this is missed, let's put M, I, S, S, E. And then that S would get skipped over. So it would be caplets. So essentially dunes would go here. And I think that might work. Because you've got undied. There we go. So we've got dunes. Then we have an S that isn't there. So let's highlight you. And then we'll have caplets. Do we have a letter here? Gang is the last thing to fit in. G-A-N-G. And there's one more space. So we don't actually know exactly where it goes yet. 20, we don't know what's going on because it's oranges. But this is Greece. So if this was gang here, that wouldn't work, would it? So that must go there. We don't know what's there yet. G, it's got to go this way round. R-E-A-S-E. And that is there. And then we've got gang. And then dunes. So we have put in the oranges. It's just going to be O with the oranges, which is one of the things that I had an idea about earlier, I think. So I've put in... so I can put in lately, can't I? L-A-T-E-L-Y. That works. So put in lately. We've put in Greece. What's 18? We don't know. What's 19? We don't know. 20. Oranges, I'm going to say we've put in. Nah, yeah, I'll put it in orange. 25. Mist is in the grid and undied is in the grid. So that's all good. And the inner loop is all done. So I think it's going to all of a sudden, Alpha, come together quite nicely. We may as well look at 18 and 19 because it's the last two clues of this middle bit. Mob boss flipped over end of secrecy after supposition to become less transparent. Pacify? Maybe? Mob boss. Cat is a capo. Maybe. Mob boss is a capo, isn't it? Flipped. So it's opacity. Is it opacity? And then it just becomes pacity in the shape of an O. Opacify, sorry. So mob boss is a capo, flipped. Of end of secrecy, which is Y, after supposition, which is if. There we go. And now 19. We've got yours truly is male and plump, losing a bit of hubris. When viewed from the rear, it's myself. So the definition is yours truly. Male is M. Plump is fleshy. I almost said fleshy at one point. I came quite close to it. Fleshy backwards, but minus a bit of hubris. Take out the H. And that is in there. I'm going to colour oranges as yellow, as I think we know what's going on. There. Good. So that's the inner sanctum done. And now we can look at... So 6 we don't know, but I'll get you to tell me what that is in a minute. Stroud... degree, 11 temple, but it's in there. We've done that, so that's fine. And I almost said fleshy is an excellent raid phrase. Okay, so let's go with 6. I don't understand this clue at all. First letter, please. Oh, I'm colouring everything. Once it's in the grid and I know where it is, it's just getting coloured. What is this? Cruise in the Sound. Yes. And I know that there's an S and an E. I'm confused by... hang on. That S and O weren't definite, because that's doing that, isn't it? That's going in there. And then degree we can now put in. D-E-G-R-E-E. Degree is now in. Not spotting whatever is going on with this 6. And as you're not certain what to fall. Degree could go in the other direction. Could it? D-E-G... Oh, yeah. Yeah, very well spotted. I think it probably does, actually. Well, no highlighting for you. No, naughty degree. 11, temple. P-L-E, that's set. Temple. And then we have 14, which we don't have. So 17, Mayors, M-A-Y-O-R-S. Now, I might put in the other E when I get to it, if I remember. 21 is Omicron. We don't know which way around that will go, but the O will go in sort of the middle, as it were. I should probably highlight, as you were saying, that whichever ones are... I'll tell you what, I'll just do that. So it's 21. So if you need to create a hexagonal grid in a spreadsheet, the top tip is squidge things together. These are essentially half cells. So basically make everything half the width, and then you can merge them in such a way that it works. So lots of really narrow cells, and then merge 2 of them, and then you can create essentially a hexagonal grid like that. Does that also work for triangular? 24 we haven't got. 27 we haven't got. This is going well. 30 is raised, but we can't put that in the grid yet. 31, client. That we can put in. And that might disambiguate. 30. So raised, yeah. Goes in that way. And then 32, intuit. There's a use. I-T, intuit. There we go. So that is that. Now let's take a look at our middle letters. Middle loop. I've found lard. There's lard. The letter before it is not a C. You see my... Get off my... There's my Latin. I don't know what the next one is, but what's after lard? It should be corsets. Well, it's not there, is it? So it's going to... Sorry, it's not there. And then we get our corsets. And then we should have roux, but there is nothing there. So it's R-O-U-E. And then it's a 6. What? So if there was a letter that wasn't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we don't quite know where this last one goes. We don't know what the word is anyway, but that is roughly where we're going. Now, does that disambiguate some things? It must do, right? 6. Arrears? No. O is degree is still ambiguous. Amazing. What is... Okay, go for the first 2 letters for 6, please. All I can see is the word street there, and it isn't the word street. Starts S-I. No, okay, yes, sirree. Now, why is it that? So that's an I. Surrey Cruise. Oh, wow. Blimey. Okay. Which of these? 10? No. 6, 8. 8. Degree, yeah, still not done. Temple, I haven't marked off. 14. Oops, 14 we don't know. It's got a G and an A in it. E-G could just be E and G. Snagged grub eats. And then we've got 14. First letter, please, then a 14. Hustler, it's like ranger or something like M. Manager. I have not. Would it help if I had? Second letter, please. Magnum. Is it Magnum? Because a hustler is that type of gun, which is type of Magnum. E.G. snagged grub. No, I don't think it is. Third letter, please, which is probably the G. Magpie. No, next. I'm not getting this. Hustler is a mag. Oh, okay. Snagged. Got. Finally got there in the end. Thank you for the hints. Maggot is now in the grid. Cool. Let's move on to everything around the outside. We won't do 1 or 2 because we don't know what those are. 3 is umpire, so I can put that in. Deader comes here, but we don't quite know what that is. 5, Saurist. O-R-E-S-T. That's fine. 9. Chords. Don't know which way around it goes. 10. Copses. Which I'm still not 100% certain about, but it appears to be doing its job. So 15. Either. Can't put that one in yet. 16. It's not copses because priest then doesn't fit. So bye bye. 21 is Omicron, which I can now put in because that becomes Micron. But 22 we don't know yet. 23 recoil. Yeah, we can put that in. 28 is recall. I can put that one in. This is quite satisfying, I will say. I know it's taken us a while to get here, but I'm very pleased by it. Diesel is ambiguous. Curse you. Curse you. 33 Talmud. Well, that is fine. I can put that one in. Alexia, which I am really hoping is activating your Amazon assistance, and then at once for 36. It's got to go like that. Then do we have 37? We don't have 37, but that's okay. Now let's go to the outer loop. The outer loop. Found taxi. Found it. So we got amused before then. So we got... Oh, I nearly knocked over my cup of coffee. Amused, and there's no letter before then. Oh yes, and there was Suri as well. Yeah. Here's the thing: when I chat to my Siri, I think of Ciri, Cirie, from Survivor and other various reality TV shows. I love her. She's great. Amused. The letter before that is D for Erd, so that's going to go there. No. There we go. What's before that? Ideas. Oh, we haven't got anything there. That P, I'm not seeing a P anywhere. So ideas is going to go here. And there's going to be a bonus letter here. And that's a bonus letter. Rare. No, that's not part of it. So what have we got? Taxi. Put in ideas. Canes is next. Well, there's an R there, and it can't be part of that. So it goes here. Canes. I did. I finished. I've seen both the US series of The Traitors. Big fan of The Traitors. It is excellent. It is one of the most intense shows that there is. No, don't highlight that. Highlight that, you muppet. And then we've got that to be highlighted, and then Lest. I will say The Traitors works much better when it's just ordinary people. That is what I will say. CERN can't go there. And then we need rare, has to fit in here. Good. Is that everything in that outer loop? I thought I didn't have one of them. That is everything in the outer loop. Outer loop done. Yes. Yes, I did, Charlie. Yes, I've seen that one. I haven't seen everything. I haven't seen any of the New Zealand ones yet. I'm about to start them eventually. But it's just... yeah. Big fan of The Traitors. Right, let's just go from the top and try and now get everything. Mythological man who hunted bears at speech. Orion? No. And shock of rock band in the middle of Scottish Hill. Tremor. I think that's Tremor. Rock band in middle of Scottish Hill. Why would that be Tremor? Yeah, I would love to talk more about it, and I easily could, Charlie, but I'm going to try and keep... I want to talk about Traitors now. So it's REM in a tour, so it was Tor. I didn't think Tor was particularly Scottish, but there we go. So who is this mythological man? So it's oration. So speech, I think, and then it's oration. Is that right? Because it becomes ration when you take off the O. Mythological man, Orion, who hunted bears. So mythological man who hunted bears. No, mythological man who hunted. That's clever. Mythological man who hunted is Orion, and it bears at. We put at in the middle, and you get oration. Cheeky, cheeky, and that's the third of our 5 things. Deader we can now put in. Is degree finally disambiguated? Yes! About blooming time. Chords. Yep, that's fine. 10. Hacks about small thickets. Hacks about small thickets. So if there's that. Oh, is it copses, but I'd got it the wrong way round? Didn't see that it was ambiguous. Back it goes in, and good evening, see you. I hope you're doing all right. 15, either. That is now disambiguated into that way round. Priest. That's fine. Whoops. So opacify to make more to make more opaque becomes pacify. That is in the grid, and that's the fourth of those. 19 is in there. 20, 21, 22. Recede. Okay. Go away and fix the tournament schedule. Reseed it to the audience so it's an out loud. Yeah. I'm not sure. I mean, it's not wrong, but I had fix in there. I was thinking fixes in rig, not fixes in mend a broken tournament. 23, 24. Young Dad's brothers after 2 rings. 24. Okay, this is going to be one of the special ones, I think. I would. Oh, what have I typoed, Meredith? Please let me know. Yeah, I would have said seeding and scheduling were different things, but you need to know who the seeds are to work out the oh, right, of course. Yes, of course. That's just muppetry. To know when the seeds need to play, but yeah, I wouldn't have said. But it fix the tournament. You're mending it. You need to reseed it because you put all the seeds in the wrong half or something. I don't know. I feel that this is going to be the 5th and final extra one, but maybe not. What's 27? Go put back script. There's go. Put back. Go and laid. Right. Dialogue. Yeah, there you go. It's all backwards. Dialogue. So it's go and laid all backwards for that. Any if that's okay, Arch. That's fine. Because this has been going for an hour and a half. But it's been a good one. I've enjoyed it. Young Dad's Brothers After 2 Rings. Absolutely. Just look at the grid for a start. What have we got here? What is going here? More baseball. Is it? Go for 24 then. Cyclops. Cycles. Okay. Rings is the definition. Rings, cycles. So Cy Young, had no idea about him. Dad's brothers is uncles, but after 2. So we're taking off the first 2 letters. Cheeky, I'll allow it, but cheeky. 29. Diesel, are you disambiguated now? Yes, you are. 34. Oscar drops salt in a sweet potato. So is this ocarina? I think it is, and there's our 5th and final spicy clue. Now, Oscar is O, drops salt in a sweet potato. Why is that? Just why? Salt. Of course. Salt is S, and we're taking the S out of Oscar. So it's not... Oscar isn't just O, it's Okar. And then inner is inner. And apparently an ocarina must also be a sweet potato. I know it is the musical instrument. And finally, diodes. So those are your current directors, not a board of directors, but electrical current. Passes, dies, if you pass away you die, around hospital case, OD? Is a hospital case an OD? Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I mean, anything could be a hospital case if dealing with that. Outer loop is all done. Middle loop we hadn't quite finished. So there was lard. So lard is in there. Latin is in there. What's after lard? Corsets is in there. And then roux is in there. And then we have erotic. So hot means erotic. Wild rice takes a little while longer. Wild rice. Oh, I see. OT. Overtime. Overtime. And now, so what was the final message? Reading these letters in clue order around the outer loop. So, so it's just in, no, it's not, so it's P, C, O, okay. No, it's a reading order. It's nothing to do with the clues. It's just reading normal grid order. It's not loop clues. It's just normal reading order as they're on the page. I've missed an E, haven't I? Highlight the letter after erotic. That is what I meant to do, but I missed it. No, okay. So P, C, O. Reading these letters in clue order. It's in the ring order of answers. Oh, so I've, because it's 1. Ip. So do I encounter it again for 6? I don't understand this. So close and so far. What's the first outer answer? Rare. Oh, no. Oh, sorry. Erd. Okay. So C. So crop. Circles. Crop circles. That's what we are doing. We are getting rid of the O's, so we are cropping the circles. So that is the result of the alien invasion by Roger Wolff. That's a fun little payoff. I do appreciate how everything is checked, even though not necessarily by the same thing. These are checked by that, you know, the around clues, other things aren't, you know, these letters. Very lovely setting, really enjoyed that. That's fun, good puzzle, and for Roger, that was a toughie. That was a toughie.